For this crochet bag, it's super easy to make. We're gonna make in 2 separate pieces, the front and the back. Make exactly the same. Then after that, we're gonna join them together. I use a flat slip stitch join. Super easy. If you know how to make a single crochet and a slip stitch, you're good to go. And the size for this bag is about 6.5 inches wide, and it is about 7.5 inches tall. And here is the inside. I didn't make a lining for this bag. I have a separate tutorial how to make a lining for your crochet bag or knitting bag. I'm gonna put the link in that tutorial in the description below. I'm planning to make a lining for this bag, but just not right now. I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. For this crochet bag project, I'm gonna use 2 colors of the yarn. I'm gonna use this one to be my main color, which is Reson, and this one, Camel. I'm just gonna use a little bit around the edges, and you'll see. Okay, this is a macrame soft polyester yarn, number 2 to 3 millimeter, and this one is from Perfect Yarn on Etsy. In each skein, it has 180 yards. I use a little bit more than half for color A, and for color B, I just use very little, like maybe 5 yards. You can use this one color, it's totally up to you. And this crochet leather bag set, also from Perfect Yarn. I'm gonna put the link in the description below to the shop. And I used a 4 millimeter crochet hook. You'll need your needle, stitch marker, and scissors. First, we're gonna make slip knot. Then I'm gonna make 21 chains. Okay, now I have 21 chains. It is about 5.75 inches. I want a little bit bigger than the flap. If you want bigger bag, keep adding more chain. So yeah, after I have 21 chain, row 1, I'm gonna make 1 single crochet into the second chain from the hook. So I skip the first chain, insert the hook into the second chain from the hook. I like to insert into the little bump on the back of the chain. You don't have to do that, totally up to you. Then I yarn over hook, pull up a loop, 2 loops on the hook, yarn over and pull through all the loops on the hook. That is my first single crochet on row 1. Then making 1 single crochet into each chain across. I'm gonna keep this bag pattern very simple. The end of row 1, I have 20 stitches across. Row 2, chain 1 and turn. The chain 1 never count as a stitch. Then we're gonna make 1 single crochet into each stitch across. At the end of row 2, I have the same 20 stitches across. And for row 3 to row 28, I'm gonna repeat row 2. And every row, I'm gonna have the same amount of the stitches because we not increase or decrease. I'm gonna show you a little bit on row 3. We chain 1 and turn. Then we're gonna make 1 single crochet into each stitch across. Just repeating row 2. Super easy. Alright, I'm gonna keep repeating row 2 until I reach the end of row 28. Then I will be back. If you want a longer bag, feel free to add more rows. Just repeat row 2. Okay, good luck, and I will be back soon. Now I have 28 rows. The next, we're gonna crochet around the edges. On this side, we're gonna crochet into the end of each row, and I call space instead. So the first space I'm gonna insert my hook into is just gonna be right here, the end of the row. Insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through all the loops on the hook. Then I'm gonna place stitch marker into the first stitch. And the next space should be this one right here. Next space right here. Next space right here. Next space right here. Next space right here. Alright, I'm gonna keep making one single crochet into each space all the way down here. And you should have 28 stitches because we have 28 rows. I will be back when I'm at the bottom. Okay, next we're gonna crochet into each stitch on this bottom part across. It should be easy to see because we crochet into the normal stitches. Okay, next we're gonna crochet into the end of each row on this side. So you should have 28 stitches on this side as well because we have 28 rows. So the first space is going to be this one right here. And the next space right here. Next space right here. Next space right here. Then we're gonna continue making one single crochet into each stitch on the top part here until we reach the stitch marker. It should be easy to see because we crochet into the normal stitches. Oops. Okay. Okay, I'm at the end here, and here's what it looks like. Okay, next we're gonna crochet a single crochet on this side into each stitch, and then at the bottom into each stitch. Then on this side into each stitch all the way up. But we're gonna leave the top part open. We're not gonna crochet anymore into that top part. Okay, I'll show you. So first I remove the stitch marker, then make the first single crochet into the first stitch there. I just gonna place the stitch marker so that way it's easier to see where I start. Then I'm gonna keep making one single crochet into each stitch except for the top part. Okay, now I'm at the corner here. Next, I'm gonna cut the yarn. Leave a little bit of tail, just enough to weave in the end later, then pull the yarn out. Then I'm gonna weave the end. I bring my yarn needle, insert the tail into my yarn needle. Oh, and I forget to tell you I have 20 stitches left on the top part. Okay, after I insert my tail into my yarn needle, I'm gonna skip the next stitch, then insert my needle into the next stitch. Pull through. This is my favorite way to finish crochet project. Then I'm gonna insert my needle into the last single crochet that I made right at the middle part where the tail comes from. then pull through inside, I mean on the back side, like that. We just create a new stitch here. That's why we skip one stitch. Then pull through. It's very nice and smooth. Then you're just gonna continue weaving the end on the back side, and I will do that later. And here's what I have. This is about 6.5 inches wide, and then about 7.5 inches in length. Alright, you need one more of this exactly the same. Then after you have 2 of these panels, come back, I will show you how to join them together. Okay, to join these 2 panels together, I'm gonna use color B for that, which is caramel. You can use just one color, totally up to you. And I'm gonna use a flat slip stitch join. And again, you can use any method you prefer to join. Okay. For the flat slip stitch join, we're gonna join on the right side of the work. Right now, my panels are right side facing up. The wrong side is here. You can see the tail or inside. If you like, you can go ahead and weave all the end first, then come back and join. Totally up to you. So yeah, this is the top part that we left it open for the last row, remember? So this one. So we're gonna start right there. I'm gonna place them like this with the right side facing up. Then I'm gonna insert my hook into the first stitch on the right panel, back loop only. Then I'm gonna insert my hook into the first stitch on the left panel, back loop only. Like that. I bring my new yarn. I hold it on the back right at the middle part. Like this. Let me zoom in real quick. Okay. 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 So I yarn over hook, pull up a loop, and then pull up a loop. Like that. Then we're gonna repeat like this across. So I insert my hook into the next stitch on the right panel, back loop only. Then insert my hook into the next stitch on the left panel, back loop only. Then I should have 3 loops on my hook. I yarn over hook, pull up a loop here, pull up a loop here, and then pull up a loop here. Repeat, insert the hook into the next stitch on the right panel, back loop only. Then insert the hook into the next stitch on the left panel, back loop only. And I have 3 loops on my hook. I yarn over hook, pull up a loop here, pull up a loop here, and then pull up a loop here. When you make a slip stitch, make sure don't make it too tight before you move on to the next stitch. Make sure to pull up the loop a little bit, okay? And the working yarn is always going to be on the back at the middle part. So yeah, I'm gonna keep repeating this across. Oops. Okay, it's on the way. Alright, I'm gonna keep doing this flat slip stitch join all the way down to the bottom. Then I'm gonna continue making a flat slip join at the bottom part to this corner. Then we're gonna keep doing that on this side all the way up till we reach this corner. And we're gonna leave this top part open. Okay, now I'm at the last corner and I have the top part open. Next, I'm gonna cut the yarn. Leave a little bit of tail, just enough to weaving the end later. Then I pull the yarn out. And here's what this looks like. Okay, I got one more thing I want to share with you. When you weave the end, then you trim the tail. Then this end is good if you use lighter to end that end to lock that in. I'll show you in a minute, like that. Okay, otherwise this kind of cord is gonna unravel like this. So I will show you one more time. So this I weave the end already, then I trim that end, then I bring my lighter and light up that end. Okay, then push it. It gets sticky. Okay, and that's it. All right. Next, we're gonna sew the flap into the back, and you can choose whichever side you wanna be the front or the back side. So I'm gonna choose this side to be the back side, and I bring my flap, I place it on about here. Make sure that it's right at the middle part, and you can adjust this flap to be lower or higher. So if you choose it to be lower, the front part will go up like this. But if you choose this part to be higher, the flap will go down more. Okay, so yeah, just play around with it. So I think I'm gonna place it around here. I think it's perfect length for me. Okay, and to do that, you need to cut a new strand of yarn. Make sure that long enough to sew the flap into the back. I use my color A for that, and I'm gonna use my yarn needle to sew. Okay, I'm gonna start sewing right here. This is a little bit difficult to show on camera. Yeah, I'm gonna go inside the bag. Right here. Bring it up. Leave a little bit of tail. Okay, then I insert into my first hole on the flap. Okay, then I'm gonna move on to the next hole on the flap. Then go through the back. Hope you can see. Yeah, go in. Okay, then I'm gonna go into the next hole here. Pull up a loop, pull through, sorry. Then I'm gonna insert in the previous hole right here. Then go inside the back like this, and I'm gonna keep repeat that across. Next hole, pull up. Then I insert my needle back to this hole, the last hole, and pull it in inside the bag like that. Check as you go. Make sure it's still nice and even. Then I'm gonna insert into the next stitch, next hole, like this. Let me zoom in real quick. Sorry, I should have zoomed in earlier. Okay, pull through. Make sure you tie it too. Then I insert into the last hole here. Then go through the back and the inside and pull through. Okay, then I insert around here, and then next hole here, pull through, then insert into the last hole here, and then pull through. All right, keep doing this across. And I'm at the end, and this looks like it's pretty straight, nice and even. And I will weave the end later. Let's double check. It's looking good. All right. Okay, so I have my magnet button here. Okay, I'm gonna place them on the back. Pretty strong. Okay, I need to get this out. Gonna lay my flap down. Then I'm gonna place my magnet around here. Make sure that it's right at the middle, like this, and then try again. Look pretty straight. Okay, and open it. I'm gonna bring this inside the bag. You see that 2 legs? Sorry, it's difficult to see for sure. 2 legs there, and place this part down like that. Then bring the plier, close that. And that's it. Just weave all the ends and you are done. If you want to make a lining for your bag, I have a step-by-step video tutorial for that. I'm gonna put a link in the description below. And I got my strap here. You can place anywhere you prefer. I'm just gonna put right here for now. Here's what this looks like. Super, super cute. And yeah, I hope you enjoy watching this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next video. Bye bye.